What's going on, you guys? What's going on? What's going on? This be your boy Scotty by Nature TV. Oh shit. You can tell I've been laying in bed. This be your boy Scotty by Nature TV, and we're here for a brand new review of the Real Housewives of Potomac Season 10 Reunion Part 3. What is going on, you guys? I hope you guys have had a wonderful, wonderful Sunday, and I intend on doing the exact same thing, you guys. What is going on, y'all? Um, I don't foresee this live being a long one. I really don't. I don't foresee this being like a long live at all. Because there was really not anything really worth discussing like that. And I can probably speak for everybody when I say that I'm really glad that this season is finally over with. And the whole reunion was pretty much about Karen, and Karen ain't even been on the show since last season. So that was pretty much what this reunion was about. Like it ain't really much to really dive in here, and I don't really think that it really deserved I don't really think that it deserved like a big ass three-part reunion. You feel what I'm saying? Like I just don't think it deserved all of that, in my opinion. Like it really didn't. Like, do y'all agree with me? Because I mean that's really how I feel about it. Like honestly, that's really how I feel. um and then it was these receipts and all this other stuff, but we're gonna get into it when we get to the 5 minute mark. Y'all already know how it goes. But I do hope that you guys did watch my reaction video that I did like a while ago before Potomac even came on. I got up and I did a reaction video, y'all. I just gotta be honest. I am really enjoying doing these reaction videos. They're probably some of the best videos that I'm doing so far. Like I can't even lie. Like I'm really enjoying it. And I don't really care about no numbers. I don't give a fuck. Of course we want people to watch our shit now. Let's not act like we don't, but it's mainly about the content of it all, and I really enjoy doing it. Like and then the people was in the comments and they were just giving me all types of feedback, and they were telling me how much they loved the way that I was doing the reaction and how I would break down the lyrics to the record as we continued on. Like that was fun. That was absolutely fun to me. And hopefully y'all continue to enjoy it. That's really all that I got to say about it. So shout out to everybody that tuned in, everybody that enjoyed, everybody that loved it. That's all I can really say about it. Yeah. So anyway, how many more minutes we got? Okay, so we're now at the 4 minute mark. So what I need for you guys to do at this moment is to light the chat up with nothing but flames. Go ahead and do that, because y'all know what it gives when we do the flames in the chat. Y'all already know what it gives. It gives, listen, Scotty about to set this bitch off. He about to give you guys a show. Not really sure if y'all can get like a show today, but I'm gonna try my best. But he's gonna give you guys a show tonight. So go ahead and light this chat up. I don't want to see anything but flames for the next few seconds as we go ahead and get into the 5 minute mark. Go ahead and light this chat up. Go ahead, y'all. Light it up, y'all. Light it up, light it up, light it up. That's all I'm asking is for you guys to light it up. Mm-hmm. And there we are. We at the 5 minute mark, and I see nothing but flames. So let's go ahead and get into this review for the Real Housewives of Potomac, Season 10, Part 3 Reunion. All right. So we pick up where we left off last week, right? Where Monique arrives with her and her Dorito on the chairs. She arrives and we start talking about Stacy and whether or not she was talking to Chris or whatever. My thing is, I'm just completely done with that conversation. Like, I'm really tired of that conversation, and I really wish that we could move on from said conversation, because there's really nothing to really talk about at this particular moment in time. Like, it's really not. And I just wish that they would move on with their lives, because I don't even understand why that's so important. And as I've stated before, Stacey really doesn't owe Monique a conversation. If she was out here talking to Chris, she really don't owe her no conversation. She don't owe her no explanation. She don't really owe her a no kind of nation because they're not friends. They just met. And if she was hanging out with Chris, she was hanging out with him before Monique returned to this group. So I don't even get why it matters if she was out here talking to Chris or not. Like, I don't really see why it matters. And I don't see why y'all making it a big deal. And I don't see why y'all making it a storyline at this particular point. So the question was, do we think that Stacey was going back telling Chris things that were happening while they were filming? Monique said that she didn't believe it until she got this tea. So the tea was a phone recording. Of course, we couldn't hear the recording because they bleeped the entire thing out as it was playing. So after it played, I guess they were trying to protect the person that sent it. I guess that's what they were doing. And after it played, what we learned from it was that whoever was on that recording, they were pretty much letting it be known that Stacey told Chris that Monique was filming with her kids, while she was doing the show. And Stacey denies ever telling Chris anything about Monique filming with her kids. And as Monique and Stacey were going back and forth, Kiana trying to jump into the conversation. And I'm sitting here looking like, oh my God, here she go embarrassing me. I can't even defend this broad because she out here making herself look dumb. Why in the hell are you so eager to get involved in this conversation? Seriously. Why are you so eager to get involved in this conversation when it ain't got a goddamn thing to do with you? Why do you even care so much? It ain't even nothing to care about. Like, why are we even arguing about this situation at this particular point? That's all I'm saying. Like, even if everything you're saying is true, what's her name? What's her name? Kiana. If everything you're saying is true right now, that Stacey is actually absolutely the culprit, and she did tell Chris this shit, what's it to you? The only person that really matters, the only person that really needs to care about this is fucking Monique. Why are you so eager to have a problem with that girl? It goes back to what we've been talking about. You be having issues with people and you don't even know how to talk about your issues with people. You don't even know how to put it on the flow like that because your issue really ain't no motherfucking issue. It's giving you you let the people in the boring comments get to you. So now that you on this season, you feel like, okay, I'm finna start with any bitch that I feel like need to have an issue. First, you started with Wendy, then you went on into Stacey and continued going on with her and making threats to her. And then not only that, you and Jazzy was fighting. And not to mention, you was treating your damn best friend like a goddamn peon. Like, girl, what the fuck wrong with you? Just sit there and be the pretty girl that you are and just shut the fuck up. It pays to sit there. It doesn't pay to sit there and be pretty and shut the fuck up. Because you would have been fine if you would have done that. And you show no damn redemption or anything this season. And that actually sucks for me because I actually like you. And I be trying to take up for you even in situations where it's really no defending you at all in any of these situations. It's really not. But I just hate that, and it's annoying. So it's just like, girl, just be quiet, Kiana, because you looking mad thirsty for a moment, and you looking mad thirsty for an issue. Just shut the fuck up. You feel what I'm saying? Because all of y'all are so goddamn invested in this shit. Then you bring up what Cookie said, and everybody knows at this point that Cookie ain't shit to listen to. You know what I'm saying? Cookie's just like the songs that be on the radio today. It ain't shit to listen to. So why we listen to anything that Cookie is fucking saying? You feel what I'm saying? And my thing is this, like I keep on telling y'all, Wendy ain't that girlfriend. And when I say that girl, I'm talking about Stacey. Wendy is not Stacey's friend. She right there with the rest of them thinking that she's a damn liar. Now, I think she's a liar too, but I honestly don't believe that she was on the phone with Chris, like telling Chris that Monique was filming with her kids. If she did that, she dirty and low down as a motherfucker for that. No, for real. No, seriously. If she did that, she's fucking wrong for that. And I need the Stacey defenders to realize that if that comes out to be true. But we really ain't got no damn proof about it being true. All we know is that it was alleged that she was out here talking to Chris about whether or not Monique was filming with the children or not. And that wouldn't even be none of Stacey's business to tell if she did do it. You feel what I'm saying? So absolutely not. I don't really believe that Stacey did that, and I really hate that. So I think we can move on from that, because that is one of the things that annoyed me the most all this season, was this particular situation. Because I'm just looking like, girl, y'all, we really making a thing out of this here though. Like, we're really making this a thing, something that's not really a thing, but we're gonna make it a thing because we ain't got nothing else to talk about. Okay, girl. All right. If that's what we're gonna do. Okay. So Jazelle doesn't regret being shady to Stacey when it came down to giving her a robe that didn't belong to her. Like, she didn't really feel sorry about any of that. Like, she didn't feel no type of way about it. She felt like the only thing that she would have done was give her a robe that was her size, but she doesn't regret not giving her a robe without a name on there. And then she said, I was being shady, duh. Like, I don't regret it. We know you don't. You're a mean bitch, is what you are. You mean as fuck, and you've always prided yourself on being a mean girl. But when somebody call you out on that, then motherfuckers want to get mad when they call you a fucking mean girl. You are a mean girl. You spent your life on this show as a fucking mean girl. So let's stop acting like we don't know that she's a mean girl, because she definitely is one. Like, real talk. Going into this Colorado trip of it all I got to say is this. Angel is another person that I spent most of this season trying to defend and trying to see things from her point of view. But at this reunion, I was pissed off even more with her at this reunion, because she apologized for too much. She kept apologizing. And I'm like, at this point though, Angel, stop apologizing to these girls. Stop apologizing to them. Because at this point, fuck them and their feelings about that damn Colorado trip. Fuck them. Because they was already fucking with you. They was already making you feel bad. They was already doing all kinds of shit to you before this trip even was a thing. So my thing about the situation is this right here. Fuck them folks. Why are we apologizing to them? Fuck them. No, for real. I wouldn't have wasted my precious time or my breath on apologizing to any of them. Because what the fuck am I apologizing to them for? Okay, they had a fucked up ass trip. My condolences. But fuck you hoes. Because all y'all did all this season was make me feel like shit. All y'all did was ridicule me and all kinds of shit all season. That's all y'all done. That's literally all y'all done. And I'm at this reunion and I'm constantly apologizing to y'all. And I'm constantly trying to make y'all feel better. And I'm constantly sitting here trying to make y'all feel like I'm trying to be a part of this group and all this other stuff, and apologizing for some of my snarky ass ways and all this other shit. Like, I'm constantly apologizing to you. And what the fuck? I'm constantly apologizing to you and all of that good stuff. But in the same breath, it's like it really don't matter if I apologize to y'all or not, because y'all still looking at me like I'm a goddamn, that's a ladybug, y'all. Hold on. Give me 1 second. Okay. But anyway, it doesn't matter how many times I apologize, y'all still gonna find a way to make it a thing. It don't matter what I fucking do. It just don't matter. It don't matter what I do. You feel what I'm saying? So I just disagree with her constantly apologizing to them. Like, fuck them. You know what I'm saying? And Yvette, let me go ahead and get into that too as we continue on with this. Jazelle literally did not have a package this season. She really didn't have no package on this reunion. Not only didn't she have a package, but she's second seat. while Wendy and Stacy are in the first seat. That lets you know something. It lets you know exactly what her value is to this show at this point. And we can argue about it all we want to. That's Jazelle's show. Jazelle is the queen of the show. Jazelle is this, Jazelle is that. We can argue about that all day. Like we literally can argue about that all day long about Jazelle being the queen of the show and she makes this show and all this, but she ain't even got no package. Jazelle ain't got, because Jazelle ain't had shit to talk about. She had to create things out of thin air. She had to create beefs with Angel. She had to create beefs with motherfucking Stacy. All they did was sit there and drain Stacy and Angel dry pretty much so they can have them something to talk about. That's all the fuck that happened. And if it keeps going the way that it's going, Jazelle gonna be in seat number 3 next season. She's not gonna be in the second or the first season. She's gonna be in the 3rd seat next season. That's what it's gonna be. Cause she ain't bringing nothing to the show. She not bringing anything. These creating these little moments and shit that she doing, that really don't mean shit. Talk about your real life. Talk about your real life. Because what people don't realize is this. And I'm saying this because I'm a person that was that kind of experienced this whole reality, web reality type of thing. You don't do yourself any justice by sitting around on camera talking about one person all day. Because one thing about it and two things for certain, you ain't gonna do nothing but make that person be the star of the show. You ain't gonna do nothing but make the show about that person. Nobody's gonna remember nothing that you're trying to do. All they know is that you sat there all season and talked about one person and what they got going on. You and all they're gonna see is that you nibbled on them for a storyline all season. That's all they're gonna see. So if you ever watch the scene ATL, you get exactly what I'm saying. This show was about me. Why? Because everybody wasn't doing nothing but sitting around talking about me the whole time. Me and my man the whole goddamn time, really. That's all they talked about. So we were the show. No shade, but we were. We were. It is what it is. But I feel like when you're the villain of a reality show, you just have to figure out more ways to survive on this show versus just stirring the pot. Yeah, you can stir the pot, but show something else. Show different sides to you. There's a reason why we got villains that are likable. And Jazelle ain't no likable villain. If you ask me, she's not likable. Even in the soap operas, they had villains that some of us rooted for. Like I remember when like basically Carly on General Hospital, when she first came on General Hospital over 30 damn years ago, when Sarah Brown was playing her, everybody Carly was supposed to be the person that you hated. But there were some people that empathized with Carly because she showed vulnerability and you got to see why she was the way she was. We don't see shit besides Jazelle is a light-skinned bitch that don't do nothing but pick on people. That's not her own size. That's pretty much it. And the fact that she ain't got no damn package, this reunion is speaking volumes. Your time is limited, honey. As the first seed queen. That's all I'm saying. But yeah, I was just sitting up there and I was just looking at Angel like, girl, you are so disappointing. Like, why are we constantly sitting up here apologizing to the people? I just don't think that we need to be apologizing to the people because they're not apologizing to you. Why are we doing this? You feel what I'm saying? Like, why are we doing this again? Why are we apologizing to the people? Especially to the people that don't deserve no motherfucking apology. You feel what I'm saying? Like I was irritated by that, y'all. And the thing is, and I think I'm mostly irritated because I really do root for Angel. I really do root for Angel for the most part. Like I honestly do. I root for Angel. And I want to see her pretty much, do the thing and just do what she's supposed to do. Like that's pretty much all I be wanting her to do. But I mean, unfortunately, that's just how things go. But she did have to take some accountability for the trip. But anything else, I just feel like, girl, fuck them hoes. Just fuck them. Then they start talking about angels and competence and everything that went down on the trip and all of that other stuff. But I just personally feel like Ashley should not be talking about nobody's incompetence about no trip. Because that trip that they took to Austin was a fucking mess. Ashley's trip, when Ashley hosted that trip to Austin, it was a motherfucking mess. A fucking mess. That's what it was. A goddamn mess. It just was. It was a mess. Ain't no ifs, ands, or fucking buts about the shit. So for her to be getting on her high horse talking about somebody else's trip is a hot mess to me. But anyway, Karen is back. She comes on the show, and I must say that it's good to see Karen at the reunion. It's good to see her in the first seat where she belongs. And she made this whole reunion about her. Pretty much. She made this whole reunion about her, honestly. Excuse me. And it really wasn't about nobody else by the time she made it up there. So she said, so I think Andy said, is this your first time seeing like anybody up here? And she was like, no. She gave her critiques about the newbie. She said she was rooting for all of them. She said she could see when it got rough for some of them, but she really roots for them and is really glad that they were able to hold it down while she wasn't here. And then she was talking about Monique and how she hasn't seen Monique in a while, but she's so happy to see her at the reunion on the stage. And honestly, I used to love and live for Karen and Monique's dynamic when they were on the show at the same time. I loved their big sister, little sister relationship. Like, I was a fan of that. I loved their relationship because at the end of it all, it was very much so a real friendship. Like, you could tell that they were really real friends and they did things that real friends would do. Monique would get called out on her shit by Karen. Karen would hold her accountable, but also Monique would hold Karen accountable. Like, I was pretty much here for their friendships. Like, I was here for it. So I think that was one of the things that was missing on this episode, on this season, was the fact that Monique was back without Karen. That was what was missing. They asked who was the most supportive, and we find out that Jazelle has pretty much been the most supportive. She's been sending Karen letters and things like that. So I guess Jazelle actually cares about Karen more than what she lets on. I just think she likes to get on here and show the fuck out on camera because that's the fun thing to do, and they got a job to do. I guess that's what this is. So then Karen asked Stacey, did she lie this season? Stacey said she didn't. But the last time we seen Karen and Stacey together, they had fallen out because Stacey must have been telling a couple of lies and shit like that. Karen was like, I just don't need for you to be lying no more. Now, my thing with Karen is Karen don't need to be talking about nobody lying because we already know that she was lying most of her time on the Housewives of Potomac. That's all she ever did was lie. A lot of us just swept past it because we liked her, but she was a big fucking liar herself. So for you to be getting on Stacey, who's also a big liar, she needs to move on. You don't have a right to be calling nobody no liar. It'd be so crazy to see liars call another person a damn liar. It's too crazy and too funny to me. That ladybug is back again. 1 second, y'all. 1 second. 1 second. Because I didn't kill it the first time. Anyway. But yeah, so she says she's in lifetime recovery, but she still don't think that she's an alcoholic. If you're not an alcoholic, then what are you? Seriously. If you're not a fucking alcoholic, then what the hell are you then? She still doesn't want to. She still doesn't want to own being an alcoholic. Like, she still doesn't want to own it. And I just don't understand why she don't want to. but she needs to. You feel what I'm saying? Like, she needs to own it at this particular point. Own up to the fact that you were an alcoholic. You can own, like, that's the part that I don't understand. You can own up to abusing the, the depressants, but you can't own up to being an alcoholic. I don't get that. Like, I don't get it, nor do I understand it, but it is what it is. I don't get it. Jazelle congratulates Karen for, being out of jail, taking accountability for what has happened, and her getting sober and trying to move differently. Monique starts crying as she was, giving, Karen her kudos for everything that has transpired and what she's been going through, and just the fact that she's come up out of it. Karen and Wendy both feel betrayed. Wendy felt betrayed by Karen. Karen felt betrayed by Wendy. I think that a conversation should have been had with Karen and Wendy. Because I really feel like that friendship was kind of torn apart based off of some he say, she say shit. And I just feel like Karen was so quick to believe some weird shit about Wendy to the point to where she just decided to cut her loose. And I don't really think that's fair. I don't think that's right. I just felt like it was kind of fucked up on Karen's part to even be doing that. You feel what I'm saying? Like, that's just what I think. I think both Karen and Wendy could have had a conversation with each other, to be honest. This is just what I think. I think things could have happened better, but nah. She said that she loved the fact that Wendy's mama told her to shut the fuck up. And I'm just like, Karen, girl, oh my God. Wendy then recounts the arrest and everything that happened with her arrest and stuff like that. But Karen schools Wendy on talking about the arrest. She feels like Wendy was speaking too much about the arrest. She feels like Wendy shouldn't be talking about the arrest the way that she's talking about it and all that. Wendy said she told her people that she was going to be at the reunion and that she would have to answer questions about this. Everything that she's talking about right now is public knowledge. She ain't really talked about nothing that is in the dark. Everything else that she has to talk about will be talked about with the court of law, pretty much. And that's pretty much the gist of the reunion. I really could have done without two parts, honestly. I think they stretched this shit for as long as they could. You feel what I'm saying? Like, they stretched it out. I just feel like we got to be honest as production people. If you're doing a reunion and you know that the season was all right, but it wasn't like so explosive, we don't need a 3-part reunion. We don't need a 3-part reunion, and that's just the truth of the matter. We really did. So, no, we don't need no 3-part reunion at all. But that's pretty much it. But with that being said, you guys, my brother's calling me, and I'm out of here. I will talk to you guys later. Peace out.
Get that 20, yeah, you always been a sneaky bitch, hating from the sidelines, trying to get big, yeah. You don't found one, yeah, you don't found one. You don't found one, found you a real one. On my assets lately, you catching face shots, fire catching babies. Heavy on the highs, better get you some gravy. Cut that lady check, why you out here being lazy? I got bored with that season, I'm talking shit when I'm spitting. Fact the bitch, I'm the reason, when it got you hoes heated. Snow got them hoes sneezing, got the meals you not eating. Where had them hoes leaking, God trust when I'm speaking. It's giving.
Big bands gon' make it hot. Real niggas gonna come up. Don't let the game gon' change us. Real niggas in my circle, ho. Don't ever play us. This the real hustle. We make the money, don't make it make us. They ain't bout shit.
Talking out they neck.
Bitch, we bring the heat.
Every time we step.
You fucking with a beast.
Fucking with the best.
Get money on the east.
Plug on the west.
Bitch, I'm from the north.
But we run it south.
Bitch, we outside.
What you talking about?
Who the fuck is me?
Know who the fuck is you?
Get these niggas.